Fairfield County Deputy Coroner still remembers the day 4 decades ago. October 28th, we told you how new DNA entered into CODIS, or the Combined DNA Index System, landed Charles Coleman in jail. His DNA matched the 1976 rape and murder case of Elizabeth Ann Howell Wilson in Chester and Fairfield counties. Today, we're revisiting how DNA technology has evolved with SLED.
Anywhere from a dime to a quarter-size spot of blood, that gave us a good probability of being able to develop a DNA profile.
Now a swab can tell so much more. 30 years ago, there was no such thing as a national database to store DNA profiles. Instead, forensic scientists were working closely with radiation to get evidence processed.
We have the ability to preserve DNA. We can lyse the cells, we can preserve that DNA sample on specialized paper that it just keeps it from degrading.
So what happens when evidence leaves a crime scene? Huey took us to the screening process where evidence is scraped, cut, and examined.
It could be blood, it could be semen, it could be saliva. They go through screening processes that help us identify, and they make cuttings so that this item of evidence can be sent up to the appropriate lab and can be processed and analyzed and ultimately reported on.
These samples are then entered into the national database, which holds more than 14 million offender samples. SLED says while some cases do go cold, the work never really stops.
It's not unusual for that evidence to be re-examined, re-looked at, new techniques applied to it, and we're continually watching that database because it's continually being searched.
Dealing with 20,000 cases a year, SLED is expanding. They'll have a new lab and a larger space to store evidence by 2022. Reporting in Columbia, Linnea Lewis, Fox 46.